I'd like to make a motion. If I get a second, I have a handout here. I'd like to make a motion that we create a high school negotiations subcommittee. If I get a second, I'll speak to my motion.
I'll second for discussion.
In line with the way that we negotiate our teacher's contract and the way that we negotiated our agreement with Manchester, I feel that it's crucial that we have, I'm calling for 2 board members to be on this team so that they can have their perspective in these negotiations and come back to the board and take the board's position. I know Dr. Littlefield is out there, but like I said, with other negotiations of this kind of magnitude, this has been the common practice. And I think so that we're fully transparent, we should engage in that so that we can have a committee that is actually meeting with the attorney and with the other schools as this process goes forward.
Is there any discussion on this?
I'm not opposed to the idea. The only thing I just got to put out there on the table, I'm not available because I would imagine a lot of these negotiations go on in the daytime, workday. I just want to throw that out there. I think it's a good idea that the board represented like we are in other negotiations. So it's nothing out of the ordinary, but I'm just say my availability isn't there.
Is there any other discussion?
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I can say, having served on the teacher contract negotiation, that you get a good perspective of exactly what the issues are, and from the board's point of view, which sometimes may be slightly different than the superintendent's view. So this gives us a voice on that committee, and the way it works with the other negotiation committees, they come back, talk to the board, and find out what's going on. So I think that we should go ahead. I've written a charge for this. It simply says the authority would be the Hooksett School Board, purpose to negotiate with surrounding high schools to secure tuition contracts or agreements, membership, 2 school board members and the superintendent, meet as needed, duties to work with the superintendent and the district attorney and the Hooksett School Board to reach agreements with the surrounding high schools to create tuition agreements. Report would be in non-meetings, including the school district attorney, the superintendent, and the full school board.
Okay, so first of all, I guess I thought we were talking about full or partial tuition, but now we've moved off of that. So 2 things, I guess. First of all, I believe probably a lot of the negotiating portion of this is already in the works or being completed, no, not at the final stage, but being completed. And also, one of the things that we did at the outset was retained a new attorney. So someone has, again, a new set of eyes, I guess different than Gordon was one of the aspects, I guess, and also he had conflicts. So with Dr. Littlefield there, again, I'm not big on the hand-holding, so I think between the attorney and Dr. Littlefield have done a lot of their work already. I don't see the benefit of putting a couple extra folks in there.
I would say, Mr. Denbo, that the benefit of it is that this could change the entire way that we do high school. When we negotiate with our own teachers, Dr. Littlefield is there and certainly provides most of the expertise, but the board's questions and considerations are always answered. This is not to challenge the work that Dr. Littlefield is doing or done, or the new attorney, but it's us that ultimately are going to vote for this. No offense, but not Dr. Littlefield. He is our agent. He's out there working for us. But we're the ones that need to have that first-hand knowledge. And I can tell you, when I was on the teacher negotiation committee, it's not me negotiating. I would come back to the board, those that were here would remember, we would discuss it, and then I would take forward with Dr. Littlefield what those ideas were and work with them. So it's part of us doing our job. It's not hand-holding. This is going to be an agreement that we're going to approve or not approve for the ballot. And again, if we want this to pass, Dr. Littlefield said it before, we've got to sell it. And part of that is every detail, every job, we need to step up and do it. Because this is one thing where if people go, you want us to vote for this? You guys didn't even negotiate. And we'll have to say, you're right. We weren't there.
If there's no further discussion, I'm going to call this motion to a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I
All those opposed?
Nay.
No.